Hi students, in last class we discussed about the rules to draw ray diagram for lens and ray diagram for lens and uses of the lenses. Now we will continue that class. In this class we will discuss the lens formula, lens maker formula and previous public examination questions with problems and solutions. Ray diagram for non-parallel rays. This question is given in public examination March 2018. If non-parallel ray is given, how we will draw ray diagram? Here one non-parallel ray is given. There is no object, only there is a non-parallel ray and convex lens is given. Now we will see how to draw ray diagram, how to complete ray diagram. First of all, draw a parallel ray that passes through optic center to the given ray. Draw a parallel ray to the given ray that should passes through optic center. Second one, draw a focal plane at F1 and find the point of intersection of the parallel ray and focal plane. Now extend refracted ray so that it passes through the point of intersection of focal plane and parallel ray. Where this refracted ray meet the principal axis will give the image. Once again listen. Draw a parallel ray to the given ray that should passes through the optic center. Second one, draw a focal plane at F1 and find the point of intersection of the F1 and parallel ray. Now extend refracted ray so that it should passes through the point of intersection of F1 and parallel ray. Now where this refracted ray meet the principal axis will give the image. Here one concave lens is given and one non-parallel ray given. Now we will see the complete ray diagram. Here also first of all, draw a parallel ray to the given ray that should passes through optic center and draw the focal plane at F1. Already you know that concave lens is a diverging lens. So now draw a ray that appear to diverge from focal plane. Draw a refracted ray such that it should appear to diverge from focal plane and point of intersection of the parallel ray. This is the complete ray diagram for non-parallel rays. For both the lenses, first of all, we have to draw the parallel ray to the given ray, and second one we have to draw the focal plane at F1. Now if it is convex lens, we have to draw the converging ray through the point of intersection. If it is concave lens, we have to draw the diverging ray from point of intersection. Now we will see one public examination question. This is: an object is placed at following distances from a convex lens of focal length 10 centimeters. Convex lens is given, focal length of the convex lens is 10 centimeters. Object is placed at 8 centimeters, B is 15 centimeters and object is placed at C is 20 centimeters and object is placed at D is 25 centimeters. Which position of the object will produce a diminished real and inverted image? First one is a diminished real and inverted image. Second one, a magnified real and inverted image. Third one, a magnified virtual and erect image. Fourth one, an image of same size as the object. This question is given in public examination March 2015. Now we will see the solution. First one is a diminished real and inverted image. Already you know, when object is placed beyond C2, here focal length of the lens is 10 centimeter, then radius of curvature is 20 centimeters. Beyond C2 is, when object is placed at 25 centimeters, is nothing but object placed beyond C2. At that case, it forms diminished real and inverted image. Second one, a magnified real and inverted image. When object is placed between F2 and C2, it forms magnified real and inverted image. So, object placed between F2 and C2 is nothing but object is placed at 15 centimeters. Focal length is 10 centimeters. Radius of curvature is 20 centimeters. That's why when object distance is 15 centimeters, it is placed between F2 and C2. Third one, a magnified virtual and erect image. A magnified virtual and erect image is formed when object is placed between focus and optic center. So, when object is at 8 centimeters, then the object is placed between F and P. At that case, it forms magnified virtual and erect image is formed. Fourth one, an image of same size as the object. Same size image is formed when object is placed at C2. Radius of curvature is 20 centimeters. That's why when object is placed at 20 centimeters, fourth answer is option C. At that case, it forms same size image, real and inverted image. Provide the characteristics of the images formed by convex lens having focal length of 25 centimeters. Here convex lens is given, focal length is 25 centimeters. When an object is kept on the principal axis at a distance of 50 centimeters and 75 centimeters. Object is placed at 50 centimeters. Here focal length is 25 centimeters. Then radius of curvature is 50 centimeters. So when object is placed at 50 centimeters is nothing but object placed at C. Object placed at 75 centimeters is nothing but object placed beyond C. This question is given in public examination March 2018. When an object is kept at 50 centimeters, that means object is placed at C, then the characteristics of the image are, here we can see a real, inverted and same size image formed at C. What are the characteristics? Image will formed at C1, that is 50 centimeter distance. It is same size image, real and inverted image. It is same size image, real and inverted image. When an object is kept at 75 centimeters in front of the lens, that means object placed beyond C2. What are the characteristics? When object is placed beyond C2, image is formed between F2 and C2. It is diminished image, real and inverted image. Here we can see the ray diagram when object is placed beyond C2. Describe the experimental procedure to find the focal length of convex lens. This question is given in public examination June 2017. Describe the experimental procedure to find the focal length of convex lens. First of all, we will see the principle. Rays coming into the lens from a distant object are almost parallel. When object is at infinity, the rays are parallel. When object is at a distance, the rays coming from a distance object are almost parallel and form an image very close to the focus. This is the principle. We can then measure the distance from the lens to the image to determine the focal length of the lens. When image is formed very close to the focus, then image distance is equal to the focal length of the lens. Materials required. For this we need convex lens, V-stand, widescreen and meter scale. These are the required materials. Here we can see a distance object, that is tree, and rays coming from the distance object are almost parallel. They fall on convex lens and they undergo refraction. They will converge very close to the focus. If you find the image distance, that is equal to the focal length. Procedure. Take the convex lens in V-stand. First of all, take the convex lens and place the convex lens in V-stand. Focus any far distance object like a tree with the convex lens. Focus any far distance object, it may be tree, with the convex lens. Take a white paper screen and slowly move it behind the lens till we get bright and sharp image of the object. Take a white paper screen and slowly move it bends behind that lens till we get a bright and sharp image of the object. When we get the sharp image of the object, measure the distance between V-stand, that means measure the distance between lens and the screen, that is the image distance. Here, conduct this experiment to the 2 or 3 times to take the average focal length value. Image distance is equal to the focal length when image is formed very close to the focal length focus. Focus different far distance object and measure the distance between lens and screen each time. Conduct this experiment to the 2 or 3 times. Then calculate the average value for all these distances. This average distance is the focal length of the given convex lens. Average value is the focal length of the given convex lens. Focal length of lens depending on surrounding medium. This is also important activity. For this, required material are convex lens of known focal length, lens holder, tall cylindrical glass tumbler, stone and water. These are the required material. Our aim is to show focal length of the lens depending on surrounding medium. Procedure. Take a glass tumbler. The height of the glass tumbler is greater than the focal length of the lens. Remember, the height of the glass tumbler should be 4 times to the focal length of the lens, because when lens is kept in water, its focal length increases to 4 times. Keep a black stone at the bottom of the vessel. At the bottom of the glass tumbler, keep a black stone. Here we can see one glass tumbler, and at the bottom of the glass tumbler, keep one black stone. Now dip the lens in water. Dip the lens in water using circular lens holder. By using lens holder, dip the lens in water so that lens is horizontal to the stone. Set the distance between stone and the lens that is equal to or less than the focal length of the lens. Already we saw the ray diagram for convex lens. When object is placed below the focal length, it forms virtual image. When object is placed above the focal length, it forms real image. Here when object is placed below the focal length, equal to or less than focal length of the lens, it forms virtual image. Without screen, directly we can see the virtual image. Now look at the stone through the lens. We can see the virtual image of the stone. We can see the image of the stone if the distance between lens and stone is less than the focal length of the lens. We can see the virtual image of the stone if the distance between lens and stone is less than the focal length of the lens. Now increase the distance between lens and stone. Increase the distance between lens and stone until you can't see the image of the stone. Then we move lens away to the stone, we can't see the image of the stone. This distance is more than the focal length of the lens. Actually, when the distance between stone and lens is more than focal length of the lens, already you know the focal length of the lens, then we can't see the image. But when it is dipped in water, even though distance between stone and lens is more than the focal length of the lens, we can see the stone. How it is possible? This shows that when lens is kept in water, its focal length increases to 4 times. That's why we can see the object, virtual image of the stone, even though distance between stone and lens is more than the focal length. This shows that focal length of convex lens increased in water. Thus, we can conclude that focal length of the lens depending on surrounding media. Focal length of the lens depends on its surrounding medium. What happens if we use a liquid as a surrounding medium of refractive index equal to refractive index of the lens? Refractive index of the lens and surrounding medium are equal. Then what happens? This question is given in public examination June 2018. Here, when the refractive index of surrounding media is equal to the refractive index of the lens loses its characteristics. The lens loses its characteristics. Lens do not diverge or converge the light. It do not diverge or converge the light. Light do not get refracted when it passes through that lens. There is no refraction. Lens formula for lenses, spherical lenses. Already we seen the mirrors formula for the spherical mirrors. Here lens formula for lenses is the relationship between object distance, image distance and focal length. It is the relationship between object distance, image distance and focal length. The lens formula is expressed as 1 by f is equal 1 by v minus 1 by u. Remember, lens formula is equal 1 by f is equal 1 by v minus 1 by u. Whereas mirror formula is 1 by f is equal 1 by v plus 1 by u. This is the difference. Lens formula is 1 by f is equal 1 by v minus 1 by u. Whereas mirror formula is 1 by f is equal 1 by v plus 1 by u. Magnification produced by spherical lenses. Magnification for spherical lenses is the ratio of height of image to the height of object. Height of image to the height of object. Magnification small m is equal height of image hi by height of object. Magnification small m is equal height of image hi by height of object. The magnification also related to the object distance and image distance. It can be expressed as magnification small m is equal to image distance by object distance, v by u. In case of mirrors, it is minus v by u, but in case of lens, it is plus v by u. For real image, m is negative. For virtual image, m is positive. sign convention for spherical lenses. Now we will see the sign convention for spherical lenses. The sign convention for spherical lenses is same as the spherical mirrors, except that the distance are measured from optic center. In case of spherical mirrors, all the distance are measured from pole. Here the distances are measured from all the distances which are parallel to the principal axis are measured from optic center. The focal length of convex lens is positive and the focal length of concave lens is negative. Here positive indicates it is converging lens. Negative indicates it is diverging lens. The distance measured in the direction of incident ray are taken as positive and the distance measured opposite to the direction of incident ray are taken as negative. Here we can see there is a convex lens and there is object. One object is given. It is above the principal axis. It forms image below the principal axis. Here direction of incident light is given. If the distance is measured in the direction of incident light, then the distance are taken as positive. That's why distances toward the right are positive. If the distance measured opposite to the incident light, those are taken as negative. So distance measured toward the left are taken as negative. Height measured above the principal axis is positive. Height upward to the principal axis is positive. Height downward to the principal axis is negative. Height measured above the principal axis is taken as positive and height measured below the principal axis is taken as negative. Height measured above the principal axis is taken as positive and height measured below the principal axis is taken as negative. Here we can see the tabular form. Convex lens, already you know it can form real and virtual image. Concave lens, it form only virtual image. Object distance is always measured opposite to the direction of incident ray. That's why U is negative for both the lenses. Focal length F is positive for convex lens, indicates it is converging lens. F is negative for concave lens, indicates it is diverging lens. First radius of curvature for convex lens is measured in the direction of incident ray, so R1 is positive. And R2 is measured opposite to the direction of incident ray, that's why R2 for convex lens is negative. First radius of curvature R1 for concave lens is measured opposite to the direction of incident ray, so for concave lens R1 is negative and R2 is positive. Object is always placed above the principal axis, so height of the object is always positive for the both the lenses. These 5 characteristics depends on the type of the lens. Now we will see the another 3 characteristics, that is image distance, height of the image, magnification. These 3 characteristics depends on type of the image, whether the image is real or virtual image. For real image distance is positive because it is measured in the direction of incident light. For virtual image distance is negative because it is measured opposite to the direction of incident light. Height of the image, for real image, already you know real image is always formed downwards to the principal axis, that's why height of image is negative. Virtual image always formed above the principal axis, that's why height of the image is positive. Already you know magnification is equal HI by HO. Height of the object is positive, always positive, whether it may be concave lens or convex lens. Then magnification, the sign of magnification depends on height of the image. For real image, height of the image is negative, that's why M is negative. For virtual image, height of the image is positive, that's why M is positive. For convexo-concave lens, both R1 is positive and R2 also positive. For concave convex lens, both R1 is negative and R2 also negative. Now we will see lens maker's formula. By using this formula, a lens maker can prepare the lens. That is 1 by f is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1 of 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Here n2 is the refractive index of surrounding medium. n1 is the refractive index of lens. We use this formula when surrounding medium is other than air. If the surrounding medium is air, then 1 by f is equal to n minus 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Here n is the refractive index of the lens. R1 is the first radius of curvature. R2 is the second radius of curvature. F is the focal length of the lens. We use this formula when surrounding medium is air. The convex lens behaves as a converging lens if it is kept in a medium with refractive index less than the refractive index of the lens. Listen, when convex lens is placed in a medium, its refractive index is less than the refractive index of the lens. Medium refractive index is less than the refractive index of the lens. At that case, it behaves as a converging lens. Here convex lens is kept in a medium. The refractive index of the medium is less than the refractive index of the lens. That means n2 is less than the n1. When n2 is less than the n1, here then f is equal to the positive. That's why it behaves like a converging lens. It behaves like a diverging lens when it is kept in a transparent medium with greater refractive index than that of lens. If the convex lens is placed in a medium, the refractive index of medium is greater than the refractive index of the lens. At that case, it behaves like a diverging lens. That means n2 is greater than n1. When n2 is greater than n1, f will become negative. That's why it behaves like a diverging lens. An air bubble in water behaves like a diverging lens. See here, air bubble behaves like a convex lens. Air bubble behaves like a convex lens. When air bubble is kept in water, air bubble refractive index is 1. Water refractive index is 1.33. So lens refractive index is 1 and surrounding medium refractive index is 1.33. If the surrounding medium refractive index is greater than the refractive index of the lens, it behaves like a diverging lens. If the surrounding medium refractive index is less than the refractive index of the lens, it behaves like a converging lens. Remember, air bubble acts like a convex lens. The refractive index of convex lens material is 1.46. Refractive index of the convex lens is 1.46. The refractive index of benzene and water is, benzene refractive index is 1.5 and water refractive index is 1.0 is given. How does the lens behave when it is kept in a benzene and water? Refractive index of the lens is 1.46. When it is kept in benzene, the surrounding medium refractive index is greater. That's why it behaves like a diverging lens. When it is kept in water, surrounding medium refractive index is lesser. So it behaves like a converging lens. This question is given in public examination March 2018. When convex lens with refractive index 1.46 is kept in benzene with refractive index 1.5, then the lens acts as diverging lens. When surrounding medium refractive index is greater, it acts like a diverging lens. If the same lens is kept in water whose refractive index is 1, when surrounding medium is refractive index is less, it behaves like a converging lens. Double concave lens with refractive index n is equal 1.5 is kept in air. Here double concave lens is given. Refractive index of the double concave lens is 1.5. Its two spherical surfaces have radii. R1 is equal 20 centimeters, R2 is equal 60 centimeter. Find the focal length of the lens. Write the characteristics of the lens. This question is given in public examination March 2017. Here a double concave lens is given. Refractive index of the lens n is equal 1.5. First radius of curvature is 20 centimeters. For concave lens, R1 is negative and R2 is positive. So R1 is equal minus 20 centimeters and R2 is equal plus 60 centimeters. Here we can see the double concave lens. R1 is negative and R2 is positive. Already you know the lens maker's formula. That is equal 1 by f is equal n minus 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is lens maker's formula. By substituting the values in this equation, that is equal 1 by f is equal n is 1.5 minus 1 into 1 by minus 20 minus 1 by 60. That equal 1 by f is equal 1.5 minus 1 is equal 0.5 and 20 60 LCM is 60. So minus 3 minus 1. 1 by f is equal 0.5 can be written as 1 by 2 and minus 3 minus 1 is equal minus 4 by 60. 4 1 ja 4 15 ja. Minus 4 by 60 is equal minus 1 by 15. Minus 1 into 1 is equal minus 1. 2 into 15 is equal 30. 1 by f is equal minus 1 by 30. So then f is equal minus 30 centimeters. Focal length is minus 30 centimeters. So f is equal negative indicates it is diverging lens. Minus sign indicates it is diverging lens. Concave lens is thin at the middle and thicker at the edges. This is the solutions. These are the important problems and questions given in previous public examinations. All of you make notes, prepare well.